Tears of Metal by Paper Cult. It has no release date. And Dave, I think this game looks amazing. I don't know about you.
I think you want to know something funny, man. This game was on my list for weeks now because this trailer came out a few weeks ago. This game was on my list for weeks now, and I'm so on the fence about this game. I don't know. I'd put it on my list, take it off my list, put it on my list, take it off my list. I don't know. I'm gonna let you take this one.
I think it looks so fun. So let's go ahead and pull up the trailer. It's called Tears of Metal. It's an action, or it's a hack and slash roguelike co-op version. And I pulled up the trailer. It takes place in a medieval
I'm
Scotland.
sorry, the guys make me laugh.
They look goofy. The art style is very, very cartoonish, very comic-like. And the whole premise is like you're fighting as a Scottish soldier, just hack and slashing a bunch of enemy troops. What was the enemies called? I can't remember the name, but essentially, yeah, it's a roguelite with some very fun animations.
I love the soundtrack. As if you guys are just listening, I feel like they got like the Dropkick Murphys to do the soundtrack for this, and I absolutely love it.
You gotta love the bagpipes, and
so good.
I think this game is just gonna be one of those games like you're gonna enjoy it the time you put into it, and I just like the animations of like how bloody it is and like just the swings, and I don't know. I think that's why I was so attracted to it. It's just how much chaos it is and just smashing buttons, and that's why I'm excited.
I love the art style,
Yeah.
and I love the idea behind it. And if you guys are just listening, we're seeing some really cool animations. Like Adam's right, like the fighting of it looks great, and there's gigantic beasts in there that you're also fighting. You're not just fighting hordes of enemies, which I think is really, really cool. Soundtrack is really great. I saw down in the comments of one of these videos, and I literally spit my coffee out. I thought it was so funny. They were just like, I love that somebody decided to mash Dynasty Warriors with Braveheart. And I was
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
That's exactly what this is.
But I think it just looks fun, and you know me, like I always try to find games that I can start playing co-op with other friends, so you'll be able to play this with up to 2 other friends. But what I think is really unique about this one in terms of roguelikes and stuff like that is you'll get to bring your own troops into the game. Like you get to like unlock troops and bring them into your playthrough, and if you lose the troop, like that troop is, or that like army member is dead forever. Like, so if you lose a troop member, like they're dead. And I thought that was really cool. Yeah, like David said, you'll get to fight against hordes of enemies on different battlefields. It takes place in medieval Scotland. I don't think it's going to have a groundbreaking story in terms of like what it is. It's a roguelike. It's going to have some animations and cutscenes where like you get to learn as you go. And I just think it looks really fun. I don't know if I have a bunch to say about this game aside from the fact that it's a roguelite that I'm excited about. And
I do think the idea of the permadeath is really cool. I think it's something that not a lot, specifically in roguelites, I don't think there's a lot that do it. Like I said, it looks like a lot of fun, man, and I love the concept behind it. And I love this hack and slash style. I mean, the music is great, the animation style looks great, the art style looks great, the idea behind it looks great. I just the reason why I was kind of flip-flopping this on and off of my list is because number one, it obviously interests me a little bit to put it on the list, but I just don't know. I just don't. And hey, recall, guys, I'm sorry if you guys see this. I'm so sorry, but I just don't know. Like it's hard for me to tell the quality of this game. Do you know what I mean? Like, does it? Like, is it a cheap game?
I think it's
Or
going to
is
be cheap. It's not going to, I don't think it's just supposed to be like,
I don't mean price wise. I
Oh.
mean, like, is it cheaply made?
I
Like,
don't
it
think
just,
so.
I don't know, dude. It doesn't, I'm trying to think of a different word because it doesn't feel clunky. It just feels like light almost. Like, there's not a lot of, it just feels like there's not a lot there.
I think there is. I think there's a lot of substance into the way the game's going to play. And I think they're putting a lot of time into the game's development in general. And I could be reading to this wrong, but like they're gonna have tons of different abilities, tons of different power ups for these your character that you play as, but also like the troops that you can have, like adding different infantry, spearmen, archers, And I think they're gonna have a lot of substance to it in terms of what the game is. Like for a roguelike, I think it's gonna feel very similar. I don't think it's Hades is good. Like it's not as good as Hades,
Right.
but I think it's gonna be a fun roguelike to play with for your friends to get some playthroughs. But I don't know. I don't think it has to me, I don't think it feels like it's made cheaply, if that makes sense. Yeah.
All right, that I mean, that was honestly my concern. Maybe it's the art style that's kind of throwing me off a little bit that makes me feel like it was like it feels like
It almost has like a glitchy feel to it.
yeah, like it feels like glitch like kind of like almost like it was rushed. Like it was kind of quickly put together.
I think it's the art style. I think the way the animations move and the way people die and the blood splatter, I think it's supposed to look like that. I think it's supposed to have that almost like skippiness to it. Kind of how you see with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, Mutant Mayhem, and then like the Spider Verse. Like you know how it has like that glitchy feel to it as like the movie goes on.
Literally, dude, like it was almost like I was getting frame drops watching the trailer where I'm like I was originally watching the trailer on my phone and I was like, oh, maybe I'm just getting like crap reception right now. And I went on to my PC to watch the trailer and I was like, nope, not reception. It's just this is the trailer.
I think it's supposed to feel like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I maybe is that like a big turnoff for you? Like you want it to feel a little bit more smooth?
I mean, it's not like the hugest turn off, but it just when you see something like I think it's nearly impossible for a gamer to look at something like that and not worry that there's also going to be some other issue. Like if you see issues in the trailer, I don't know, you kind of just but I think most gamers kind of think like there's going to be some other issues that we don't know about yet.
It's a small game. I think there's gonna be issues regardless. I think the game is gonna have its own issues just being a smaller developer, smaller game. But for me, it works for me, and I think that's why I'm so excited about it. It looks fun, and the aspect of the game is really fun, and so I think I'm looking past the part that may look extra glitchy or frame drop wise. But for me, I think I'm looking past it because I'm excited about this type of roguelike. But I can see what you're saying in terms of if it looks bad from a trailer, then it might feel really bad. And to me, I didn't get that sense, but we all have different opinions in what we see in games and stuff like that. But for me, I don't see it.
So I mean, paper call guys, if you guys actually see this, please let us know. Please let us know if it's supposed to feel like that because that was my one kind of like roadblock with this game, and I feel like there's going to be some other gamers out there that maybe also kind of have this roadblock. So I do think it's something that maybe you should kind of let people know about. Like this is what we were going for. Because yeah, I mean, you know, what I mean, you look at a trailer and you just assume there's going to be some issues, even if you don't see anything. But especially if you do kind of see something that feels off. Like we said, there's a plethora of games and they just nonstop coming out. Like it's very easy for people to just be like, nah, this isn't, nah, I'll find something else.
And that's maybe the case. I don't know if this is going to appeal to a lot of people in terms of gaming wise, but for me, it's different in terms of yeah, I mean, I just like the feel of this game. I don't really have much else to expand on except for it caught my eye. I was very excited just the setting and the different changes that this roguelike is going to have with bringing your troops in, being co-op, having the 100 artifacts and upgrades for your characters. I think that's why I was so intrigued about it. And it's not going to cost very much to like buy, and so I think that's why it caught my eye.
Honestly, dude, it's a great game to bring to the table. I'm kind of glad that you did it because, like I said, I was bouncing back and forth to putting this game on my list, off my list. I love everything about it. I love the idea of the hack and slash. I love the idea of the roguelite. I love the idea of the permadeaths on your soldiers. I love the art style. I love this Braveheart like feel behind it. I love the soundtrack. I love everything about it. That's just that one kind of little bugaboo bit there that was kind of holding me back. So yeah, if we can figure out, yes, that's exactly what it's supposed to do, what it's supposed to look like, I'm 100% thumbs up. Let's rock.